All right, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. Today's like the 18th or something of June, and the year's 2021, if you believe that crap. All right, I don't know how I don't want to show on the screen. I'm using my phone, so if the audio is a little different, that's why. I got this email, and I'm not a partner of this system, so I don't know who sent it, is what I'm trying to say. How about that? Cybersecurity training coming to you. Okay. Cybersecurity threats are real. Readers certainly recall how outside computer hackers shut down. Hang on, I'm outside here. I gotta make it bigger. Shut down an oil pipeline on the East Coast. They also might remember how computer hackers temporarily shuttered and down a what did they say? Shuttered a downstate meat processing plant. Meat, really? Yeah, we know that. I reported on that, and everybody else did. What was it, June of last year when the Karachi bug was going around? Remember? And then the farmers weren't able to take the animals, to get slaughtered, so you could eat them. And then it was too costly to get rid of them. So then the FEMA, I believe it was, said, well, we'll send you these little metal pole type things that poke the thing in the head. And just leave them on the side of the road or whatever they did with them. But at that time, I can go back and find the video. They're still on my channel. I said, why aren't you freezing them in those portable morgues that nobody's using? They were all in refrigerated. Remember all that emergency BS? Garbage? And then I hear at the time, China, I report on this, China, they were taking 747s and filling them with hogs, while we were just hitting them with these little cylinder thingies in the head. And guess what's happening now? Meat's going up another 40% this week. Like $20 for a shit steak. And if you look on my news feed, yeah, whatever. I'm digressing. Something we do, we digress. Back to this article. I don't know who sent this. I'll leave it at that. There are less widely known examples in Illinois. A breach of a country's website that disrupted services and allegedly led to the wrongful capture of personal information. An attack on a hospital network that sought to obtain personal information such as social security numbers, financial accounts, etc., etc. Allowed an outside entity to send emails. Everything's hackable, by the way, just so you know. And your old icky stickies in the ID 2020, it used to be called. I don't know what they're calling it now. I do, but whatever. Nobody believes it. That'll be hackable too, and your DNA will be hackable, or not. Maybe not. I'll go. I didn't say that. You guys, there's actual science about that, and there's a Supreme Court case about that. Can you patent DNA? The Supreme Court ruled recently, depending on what you call recent, but in my brain it's recent. No, you can't do it if it's nature or God, whatever you believe in. However, if it's altered a hair somehow through M, and then you got those letters, I'll do them backwards like the dark arts likes to do. Let's do this all backwards. See, M, so A-N-R backslash or forwards or whatever it is, M. Reverse those letters. That does exactly that. It's a messenger. It's software. All right, digressing again. In each case, nefarious groups. Yeah, I know who they are. Can you say your ABCs anymore? Anybody remember those old days you could sing? Hang on, what was that? In each case, nefarious groups were able to push past standard computer. Yeah, you know why? Because they make the security. Oh, nobody gets it. Backdoor action, you know what I mean? Not that kind if you're thinking that, you naughty people. Measures such as software, tool. I know what you're thinking. And I'm not thinking that. We don't have time for that. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I think a lot of people do, actually. Oh, my. Anyways, buy chickens. I'm digressing. As software tools and firewalls to access sensitive information like your D, A, and the letter N in between there somewhere. There's only 3 letters. You guys could do that pattern. D space A. Do you know, digressing one more time, do you know how much data your DNA holds? Do you know how much data one sperm cell holds? Just a sperm cell holds a ton of data. And they use it, by the way, the military does. Or not. Maybe they don't. It's a good... You could take... This is real. You're not going to believe this, but it is real. You could double check this if you could type. But they can send videos through bacteria and fungus, and I don't know if it's fungus, bacteria and like algae, but bacteria even, and then put it like on a pack of cigarettes. You go through the air, whatever these spies do. You know what I'm saying? Pretend it's a movie. See, you guys will understand this if I talk like it's a movie, but it is a movie. You see what I'm saying? So then when the spy gets to the location, let's call it, pretend this is a movie, you'd fill it in. They take the pack of cigarettes, do a little nasal swab. Oh my God, where did that just come from? If you think of what you could do, if they could store video on bacteria, that's real, by the way. I'm not kidding. Look it up. And you all got your spit and swab test done all year last year. One, the ABC, I just put up on my Facebook a 10-part meme. I've never done a meme that big in my life. I'm going to post a video later today. I'm going to put it all on the screen for you. Because this one I need to show you. Thanks to Monograph's channel who helped me spark. You see, when you got like spiderweb brain, when other people, I think, that have similar thought process, it's called personalities, etc., sixth sense, etc., or not, then you spark other people that, because we remember only, things that are, you could remember stuff from 20 years ago, only one fact, and it's been parked there. And then when somebody says something in the ether, this is getting creepy, by the way. If you don't know, you don't know. So just ignore what I'm saying right now. But the people who know, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's getting faster, whatever that means. All right. I digressed again, I think. Yeah, here we go. In each case, nefarious groups, oh yeah, that's why I digressed, the alphabet, ABCs, do you know your ABCs? Able to push past standard computer security measures such as software tools and firewalls to assess sensitive information, your DNA. In some cases, the intruders only sought to embarrass or make these things that can happen because they can change laws, you see what I'm saying? Or not. Because you have to have tougher, whatever. In other cases, French fries, you know what I mean? Those letters F, French, fries. That's coming, by the way. They're doing training, July 11th it starts. The WEF'ers, Uncle Klausy, the clown, Klaus the clown, right? He's your lord. I don't know who he works for, but he's way up there on the food chain of the somebodies or the... They call themselves the enlightened one. And remember, in the dark arts, everything's opposite. So if they're calling themselves enlightened, that means us nobodies are the enlightened ones. That's why they hate us. Hang on. All right. So you got to think how they think. They talk in code. They talk in pictures. They talk in the dark arts. So if you know their dark arts rules, you'll speed up in the homework, let's call it. Because there's a lot of homework. And I'm saying this to the people that are now getting into this, that are a couple years behind me and way behind some of these other channels. It's just like homework. So you don't go down you're going to go down rabbit holes anyways, but try to steer the rabbit holes that are important now because you need to catch up. Or just keep thinking and whatever, you know what I'm saying. In some cases, the intruders only sought to embarrass. Yeah, I'm sure they did. In other cases, they demanded money. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they want is money. And by the way, I said July 11th because October 2019, these garbage people, or I mean elites, whatever you call them, the deciders were in New York doing an event. And if you know numerology and all this dark arts... Sorry. Anyways, if you know the dark arts, you go 2 and the number 0s in the middle. Because I can't say these all together, But there was an event. Let's just drop the 0. So you had event 21, let's call it. Because that's what it's called. If you know their arts. And then a month later, the actual event came true, allegedly, if you believe that garbage. And now here we are, year and a half later, almost. Anyways. Okay, Fooey. Hey! Sorry about that again. This is why we will... I don't know who sent this, by the way. Why I got this. Unless it's somebody that watches the channel. I'm not used to people sending me stuff like this. That is why we will offer free cybersecurity training to all ePay. This is from the state of Illinois, by the way. I forgot to say that in the beginning. This is the Treasury Department of the state of Illinois. And Illinois funds participants. The training will show participants how to identify typical fraud practices and recent trends. And training will consist of an educational component, what to look for and how to look for it, as well as a live fire exercise. That sounds creepy, no? Or yes? Yes or yes. Live fire event. Hello? Event 21. A month later, it went live fire. Let's say. Oh, shit. This is coming from the state of Illinois. They're doing a live fire internet event. That doesn't even make... That's like an oxymoron, right? How about moronic? Or scary, creepy, whatever you want to call it. Exercise so participants can experience real-world examples. How about if you're alive and have 2 eyes and ears, you probably have experienced real life, whatever. We will demystify buzzwords. Yeah, your AIs keep trying to do that too. I had a thing on Facebook that said they gave me a human one. I don't know why. Maybe they can't understand, never mind. The whack-a-mole language. Spear phishing and Trojans to further enhance our customer relationships and show our partners, they're talking creepy, how to protect their communities. I don't need your protection. You know, take your garbage. They're protecting you again. There's your first clue. Did you all forget you're adults? Or are you just adulting till you're what? They protected you from nothing. With the mask, the muzzle, the shame muzzle, the icky sticky juices. And they're not done. We're only at level 1 of the Great Reset. That was the macro part, the wide stoppage, which they did very well. And probably better than they thought. So now it seems like it's going faster, the next steps. But it could be just on time, whatever, read the book. I have a copy if you need it, by the way. I'll send it to you. ePay, nobody's going to ask. ePay is an electronic payment system that focuses on customer service and can be used for transactions at any level of government. Oh my! If you know what this means, you're not happy right now. It's here. ePay. I'm going to repeat this. I knew there was a reason they sent this. Or whoever they're sending this to. ePay is an electronic payment system that focuses on customer service. Oh, I bet it does. What happens if the internet goes down, by the way, with your e-garbage? Anyone? Can you answer me that? Let's say after this internet lockdown, or whatever they're calling it, grid down, live fire goes down next month, not only a few weeks away. How does your food get shipped? All electronic. Remember, it's a long time ago. It was like 10 days ago, roughly. I'm just going by memory. Remember when the hacking it just happened to that farm company that distributes all your cattle worldwide? And now 20% of the cattle in the first few days were taken out, but not to their cattle lunch. That was only days worth of internet down for one company. So what happens if the internet goes out, which they're training for by coincidence right now, they're about to. If you follow the logic or patterns here, like, I hope they're not repeating the 2019 event, 21, let's call it, or not. And the WEF'ers are bragging about now my state here is sending me, or whoever's sending this out, that they're going to be doing live fire training for this exact thing. Isn't this weird? Patterns, no? I keep saying patterns because a lot of people don't see them because there's people like us that do, and then we share the information. Where was I? I digressed again. I'm trying not to digress. Used for transactions at any level of government, from their hyper-local library board to state-level permits. State-level permits. Can you drive to the next county? Anybody get what this really means? The Illinois Fund, they're testing it right now. The Illinois Funds is a pooled investment program with a sterling 45-year reputation. Why do they got to use the word sterling? Like, you don't have to convince me. I don't have a choice. It's not like I got to buy this or the brand B. What do I give a shit if you got a sterling, right? Who are you? How about that? Why don't you tell me who they are? You won't. But if I was allowed to ask a question in like the media, you know, the old days we had investigative real reporters out there. Now it's us whack-a-moles. We're the real news. This is sad, but true. Oh, that's a song. Weird. And it's weird how Metallica, by the way, really knew a lot of shit. Now that I'm looking back. Digressing, sorry. A 45-year reputation that has repeatedly earned. Who gives a shit what you earn? How does that help you, by the way? They're making billions of dollars like all these pricks with the icky sticky juices. What do I care? I'm digressing. Economies of scale with whatever. Internet to achieve higher returns, etc. for local governments. Investing on their own. Our ePay and Illinois Funds partner will receive more details about the cybersecurity training. If you are not a partner but are interested, more information is available here and here and here and here and here. Providing tools that help our partners serve and protect. Well, that's weird. Their residents in another way. The Illinois State Treasurer's Office is invested in you. Oh, they're invested in you. Yeah, they are. Sincerely, Michael, whatever, Illinois State Treasurer. This is WAG Chicago. If you don't get what this just said, you don't get it. I'm out. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Hang on. Where's my screen?
Wake up.